Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. Happy Friday to you. Beautiful Friday morning out there. Really cold this morning. Well, really cold, I guess, in the low 30s. Got a freeze warning over the overnight and this morning. So, 'tis the season. Things are cooling off, and we're heading into, the winter vibe, which is great because the holidays are upon us. We've got Blue Friday coming up next week. Of course, before Blue Friday is a very important day. Thursday is Thanksgiving. It is the day when we all get together with friends and family to be thankful for the blessings in our lives. So be thinking about that for this next week and what you're thankful for. Because if you tell us what you're thankful for, you have the chance to win a very cool prize. Could be a saxophone, could be a guitar, could be a drum set, could be any number of other very cool things that we are giving away on our Blue Friday event a week from today, January, November 29th, I think it is, right? Is that next Friday? So stay tuned for that. Make sure you get onto our Facebook page, our Palin Music Facebook page, and find the post about Blue Friday and comment about what you are thankful for, and that will get you entered into the drawing for the cool stuff. So, like I said, we've got a saxophone, we've got a guitar, we've got a drum set, we've got, I think, an amp. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other items as well. So make sure you're staying tuned for that, and that'll be a live stream Friday morning. So be on the lookout for that as well. We will all be there. That being said, next week for me sounds like it's going to be a week off from this show because we're doing rehearsals pretty much every day for the Blue Friday deal. So this will be my last show until December. December 2nd, we'll be back in the groove and, heading into our 200th episode in December. So I'll miss you next week, but I'll still be around. We'll still have, a lot of things going on, but you can take a little break and relax, enjoy your Thanksgiving time with your friends and family and all that, and then we'll be back, a week from Monday, kicking it off to finish out the year in the holiday spirit. So those of you new to the show, don't know who we are or what we're doing, why we're here, this is Wake Up with Greg. I'm here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share the coolest instruments on the internet with you. Instruments available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call, 417-882-7006, or checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. Jeanette is on the show this morning. Good morning, Jeanette, and Vincent as well. Thank you for joining the show and the chat. Happy to have you here. Jeanette, let me know where you're watching from in the world. We are here in Springfield, Missouri. We like to know where our guests and viewers and supporters are in the world. So, so that's who we are and what we do. We like to also share music and fun and laughs. And I talk about art or literature or food, travel, collectibles, whatever is on my mind or, just something I'm interested in that day. Mississippi, fantastic. Love it down there. Spent some time on the Gulf Coast having just prior to Katrina, I think it was. We were down there in Mississippi enjoying a good crawfish boil down there with some folks and had a really good time. So anyway, is it the Shed, the barbecue place down there in Mississippi that is just off the charts? Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm rambling. That's who we are, what we're doing. Please help us out here by hitting the like button, of course. Subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and to all of our Palin Music channels. We've got about 70 of them out there now, I think. Make sure you're watching my buddy Nate on his Chords and Coffee and Nate and Nash when they're showing off all the cool guitars. And then we've got my buddy Austin, who does our saxophone demos, and my buddy Tim that does our trumpet demos, Berto that does our trombone demos. We got folks everywhere. We got a Latin or a Spanish language channel as well. We just got everything. So make sure you're checking us all out. Jeanette loves crawfish. I do love me some crawfish as well. Crawfish and crab and shrimps. Scrimps, is that what they call them? Scrimps down there? I don't know. Anyway, it's Friday. We're going to have a great day. I'm happy to have you all here. So like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. With the chat, it helps us to be, the best way to interact with each other. It makes the show a lot more fun. I'm only showing 2 horns today, but they're extremely special horns that just showed up on the truck yesterday, last night, really. I mean, kind of at the end of the day. So really excited to share these with you today. I've been waiting for months to get these back in stock, so I'll talk a little bit more about them in a moment. But that's, I'm looking, I just keep looking around like, am I missing something? I mean, is there something around here I should be talking about that I'm not? But anyway, we're going to get this party started. But before we do that, we've got to say hello to my partner in crime, Max. Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Greg.
Wow. Okay. Channeling a little Robin Williams from Good Morning Vietnam, right? Yeah. Or was that Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street? Not quite sure.
These references are going over my head.
Max, you don't know who Snuffleupagus is? The imaginary elephant, Big Bird's best friend?
I knew Big Bird.
Yeah. He's the big woolly mammoth, No. All right. Anyway, only Big Bird can see him.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I guess I'm behind on my Sesame Street.
Well, you're not a Gen X kid like myself, so you gotta,
It's probably been about 25 years since I've watched Sesame Street, Greg.
Well, it's probably been at least that long for me or more. But anyway, there we are. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for helping us out with the show this week and keeping things going. My computer, doggone it. Oh, okay. I saved it. Oh, we're good. All right. Well, I guess we just might as well jump into this whole party and kick this Friday off with a great cup of coffee.
Hawaiian coffee?
It is my Hawaiian coffee. I'm doing a medium roast this week. So it's a little, from what I understand, I guess a medium roast has more caffeine than like a dark roast.
That's what people tell me, so that's what I choose to believe.
There you go. But flavor-wise, I think I like a dark roast more. It just seems to have more of that coffee gravitas, It's thickerer.
Thickerer.
Thickerer. You Gen Xers know what thickerer is, but I don't know why I'm on the Gen X thing today. I've been watching a lot of TikToks, I guess, that are talking about Gen X. There was one I saw yesterday talking about, is it true about kids in the 80s, how they were just let loose in the world and they got to just be outside all day long having fun and being on their bikes or whatever? Or is that just something they show in movies? And it's true. We spent our entire lives outside from like the time we got up to the time we went to bed. The rule was you go out and play and do whatever you want as long as you're home and when the street lights come on.
Well, I'm a 90s kid, and that was true for about the first half of the 90s, and then they came out with great video games.
The video games came out, in my era, certainly late 70s, early 80s with Pong.
I'm sorry, you cannot compare Pong to Ocarina of Time.
Yes, I certainly can. Come on now. But we had our, the games, it's true. I mean, the games that we started out with were dink, dink, dink.
All right, okay. Sure and watch, Greg. Let's get back on track.
Fine. You know what? I don't want to just sit here and talk about fun stuff. We're going to talk about my shirt and watch. It's Friday, guys. The brain is starting to fade. No, I am not Tim Waltz, but some people say I look like him. But, hey, that's all right. Is it Swaffy? Swaffy Lopez? Welcome to the show. Anyway, what were we talking about? Shirt and watch. Okay, so on this show, if you've never seen this before, I always talk about whatever shirt I've got on and what watch I'm wearing. I do like these, extravagantly patterned shirts. Sometimes I'll wear something a bit more subdued, but I like the energy that these shirts give off. This one is, one of my favorite designers, Daniel Cremieux, and I've been in a shades of black and gray this week. I don't know why. It just has been a thing. So there it is. But I love this one. It's got the paisleys, which I just love the paisleys. Yesterday's shirt was a little bit darker than this. So this one's a bit more gray than black. But, hey, there it is. This one's got snaps, though. It's got snaps instead of buttons. So that's kind of fun. Makes it easy to whoosh, Yeah. I don't. Have you ever played that game, Snaps? You know
No.
that there's some kind of weird game. If you've seen the movie P.S. I Love You, they talk about this game in the show, and you're supposed to there's like something that you say and the way that you snap, and then like somebody's supposed to guess what you're trying to talk about. And I've never been able to figure out the game. If any of you guys out there know the Snaps game, let me know how it works, because I'm not smart enough
Does
to
it
figure
involve
out.
also wearing a beret and talking about Jack Kerouac or something?
No, I don't think so. Jack Kerouac.
Being a beatnik.
No, it's not being.
Yeah.
What is it? The from West Side Story. Are we off the rails today? I think we are. I don't know. What are we talking? I don't even know what we're talking
All
about.
right, we're like 13 minutes in. Let's get to a trumpet.
Are we really already? Goodness. Okay. Well, fortunately, I've only got 2 horns to show today, so that'll work. So the shirt, Daniel Cremieux. The watch. This is my Movado Museum. This was a gift from my wife for my 50th birthday, and it's kind of hard to see with this light. Our lighting is a little bit weird today, but the museum watch. There's no indices for any of the numbers, so you just kind of have to guess what time it is. There is the 12 o'clock. The classic. Which is upside down to you guys. It's showing at 6 o'clock, but you flip that over, and then you've got the 12 o'clock. It looks like a little moon. Anyway, but that's the classic Movado Museum style watch.
Very nice, Greg.
Thank you. All right, let's jump into the things why you're actually here to see these really cool instruments. So what we received last night are 2 amazing new trumpets. And these are very special because they are handmade trumpets made by a gentleman in Las Vegas, Nevada by the name of Mike Del Quadro. Mike Del Quadro makes really nice high-end custom trumpets. He got his start just modifying or retrofitting other trumpets. He started, I think, with bells and then lead pipes, and then enough people convinced him, you just need to make your own horns. So he still will, modify your own horn, like he'll put a new bell on a box Strat or something like that. But now he has his own brand and complete full trumpets that are just out of this world. The kind of focus of his design are these solid copper bells. And so I'm going to start where my gloves are down here. Let me get my gloves. Because these horns do not have any finish on them. They're raw. So they can fingerprint up pretty easily, but man, are they beautiful! And this is kind of an unboxing, because although I did open them up last night to inspect them, so I'm gonna just pop these out here and unwrap them. This first one is called the Grande Campagna, which is a really cool name for a trumpet, and these being custom horns, they don't come in cases. They just have the little pouch, because most people who are buying this level of horn have their own case that they want to put it in, usually like a double or a triple trumpet case. Ooh. But take a look at that. That is just an absolutely cool and killer horn. Let me tell you everything about it. First thing you want to know is about the bell on this horn. This is a seamless, one-piece, electroformed, solid copper bell, okay? And this is a 5.5-inch diameter bell. So pretty beefy in size on that bell. So you're gonna get a lot of spread, a lot of projection. This on his website, he kind of describes this as the horn for trumpet music. You can play anything on this. It has a medium large, what he calls an open blowing step bore, medium large bore, heavy top and bottom, and valve caps, and heavy finger buttons. You can see just the solid brass finger buttons there. The beautiful copper bell, thick, heavyweight rings on your first and third slides, as well as your top fingering. All that added material adds mass and weight to the horn, which gives you a much more powerful resonance to the horn. The Grande Campagna, I don't know if you can see it, the engraving there. There's the name of it right there on the side of the horn. And then, does he even have the Del Quadro name on here anywhere? I don't think so. Pretty simply unadorned, but man, these are powerhouse horns. His valve sections are Edwards, so he gets these from Edwards, which, as you know, is a high-end American trumpet manufacturer. as well as other brass instruments. And then the finish on this, I love, he calls this finish, I spit hot fire. It's an acid finish which brings out all of the subtle colors in the copper. So it's just rich and gorgeous. I mean, I can't say enough beautiful things about this. It's got a Amato style water key on the tuning side, traditional standard slide, not a reverse lead on that. Also kind of a heavyweight mouthpiece receiver there. This is the Del Quadro Grande Campagna professional trumpet with a solid copper bell. And guys, these are killer horns. Great for solo work, great for section work, like in a big band, or other kind of session work. If you're doing like Broadway stuff, or you're doing just anything. It is a great all-purpose horn, and is a powerful beast of an instrument. And this is live, well, it will be later today, live on the website. I've got to get the photos taken this morning. We'll get it on there, and then you can take it home with you later. Or if you want to get it now, just give me a call, 417-882-7006, and you can take this monster home with you today. This is the Del Quadro Grande Campagna professional custom trumpet from Las Vegas, Nevada. So check that one out.
Viva Del Quadro.
It's a Del Quadro. That indeed it is. All right, got to make sure I'm not killing my feed here. All right, so I'm going to put that one away and make room for the next one.
Would you like to share some music afterwards, though?
I do want to share some. I want to make sure I don't hurt this thing, but get this put away safely.
It spits hot fire.
It's because it spits hot fire, hot acid fire. All right, we're going to set that one aside. We'll get the next one queued up here. All right, music. So this is going to be a two-parter for music because this is also going to be my cool thing. But I've talked about this lady once or twice before on the show. But, coming into almost 200 episodes, it's time to talk about her again and maybe go a little bit more in depth. The beauty and wonder and style and just fantasticness of the great Julie London. Okay, like I said, I've talked about her on my show before. She is my favorite, probably my favorite female singer of all time, which is kind of funny because I only discovered her, I want to say 10 years ago at the most. I knew she existed. I knew her as an actress, but I never knew her as a singer until much later. And then once I discovered, I was like, holy smokes, this woman is amazing. Not only is she gorgeous, of course, and was a great actress. I can't remember if she was nominated for anything, Emmys or Academy Awards. I'd have to look back at that. Maybe not, I don't know, but she was fantastic. But musically, she's got one of the most iconic voices. She's got a huge current young fan base right now, kind of led by Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is a huge fan and has covered some Julie London songs, if you can believe that. So do a deep dive into that and find those because Billie is amazing, first of all, and her rendition of, especially I think she did I'm in the Mood for Love with her brother Phineas, and just the two of them, really kind of an acoustic, oh God, it's so beautiful. But Julie London, probably her most famous song, which you've maybe heard done by a million different people, it's Cry Me a River. And that's the song that I'm going to share with you this morning. And I will put it on the Spotify playlist, Wake Up with Greg, so you can listen to it. It comes from this particular album, Julie Is Her Name, Julie London. And there's the front and the back. All right, so there she is. Cry Me a River is just one of those classic songs. It's been covered by many, many other people. I know my other favorite female artist, Diana Krall, did a fantastic version of Cry Me a River as well. So it was probably her biggest hit ever. So that's the one that I'm sharing with you now for my musical selection. So there we go. We're going to talk more about Julie here in a little bit because I brought my entire Julie London collection with me today. Actually, my entire but one. I had, because I have one that's like in a frame in my music room at home. So I forgot to bring that one, but that's all right. I can tell you about it.
Very cool, Greg.
Very cool, he says. It's very cool. All right, we get a little Leonard Bernstein on there with our. Man, what's the two? Is it the Blades and the Sharks or what?
You're gonna hate me, but I've never actually seen West Side Story.
Well, I hadn't seen it until like a few months ago, to be honest, which I felt bad about. I watched it after I saw the movie Maestro that Bradley Cooper did about Leonard Bernstein, which was phenomenal, by the way. And then we watched West Side Story. We watched. Did we watch both versions? I think we watched the original.
And the Spielberg one?
And then the new Spielberg one, yeah. So anyway, there you have it. Anybody else out there on the chat? Chat's a little quiet this morning, but happy to have Jeanette and Swaffy here. Swaffy? I don't know how to say that, but there we go. All right, let's
Let's get that next horn going.
get that next horn going.
Now, question, does this next one spit hot fire?
I think it does. I think it does actually spit hot fire with the acid bath finish that it has had. So let's take a look at this one. All right. Now this one is called The Mother.
The Mother?
This one is called The Mother. Yes.
Okay.
It is the mother of all trumpets.
Oh, okay.
The Mother. All right. There we go. That's enough bubble wrap for today. Set that aside.
That name's better than the other options I was thinking.
He also has horns called the Grizzly.
Oh.
He's got a Grizzly. He's got a few others. I can't think of the other names of them right now, but this one, and this one, a nice little tweed-looking kind of classic pouch there, which is cool. All right. So there we have the Mother. Pretty much looks almost identical to the previous one. And spec-wise isn't a lot different, except for, I forgot to mention, on the Grande Campagna, the lead pipe is his standard G lead pipe, and then this one has the standard M lead pipe. So the differences are in the taper and the bore of the lead pipe, which give you a different feel and a different sound. This is a much more open blowing horn. This is still a medium-large bore, but he says it's a medium-large open bore, a very open. So for those players that, like a large bore horn, but, maybe it's just a little much to kind of fill up, this plays and feels like a large bore horn, but with a medium-large bore, which makes it a bit, kind of easier to push, so to speak. But look at the colors on that bell. I mean, you get the purples and the blues and oh man, it is so freaking cool. So this solid copper once again, and this is the also 5.5 inch. It's a 5.5 inch diameter bell on that. Again, heavyweight top and bottom valve caps with the heavyweight finger buttons and the heavyweight rings on all of your first, third, and pinky spots. So here's where the name is again, the Mother, I think it says right there. So if you can see that. So these are unfinished horns, meaning they don't have any lacquer on them or anything. So it's all raw. So it will, change in color and appearance over time. It'll gain a patina. Now it's kind of already got a patina added to it with that. What was it again? I spit hot fire finish on there. But you can get these from Del Quadro in traditional finishes. You can get them lacquered. You can get them in bright silver plating. But this is their more popular style. This speaks the true Del Quadro vibe, if you will. So Amato style water key on the traditional tuning slide. Oh, no. Oh, hey. This is a reverse lead. It didn't say that in the specs. Shame on you, Mike. All right, anyway. So there's another difference between this horn and the other one. This one has the reverse lead, which again is gonna make it more free blowing, less resistant. So you get the power of a large bore horn with the medium large bore. You get that free flowing C-shaped tuning slide with the reverse lead on there. And so guys, this is This is the mother of all trumpets. And again, you can do just about anything with this horn. His trumpets are extremely versatile, great for any kind of concert work or show work, big band, R&B, jazz, funk, pop, blues. You know what? If you want to be in a country horn section and you want to be called Horns on the Range, this would work for you as well. Okay? So don't pigeonhole yourself into any one style of music. Be a versatile musician and play this trumpet, the mother of all trumpets, with the I Spit Hot Fire finish. Guys, I mean, when you ask me to show something cool, can it get more cool than this? I don't think so. Mike Del Quadro, you're a beast. Love you. Your trumpets are amazing. I can't wait to get these in the hands of some players that are going to absolutely love them. So there you go. Those are the 2 horns for the day, live on our website soon today. Or give me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page. Awesome. I love these horns. You know what? If I were a trumpet player, I think this would be the one for me. Now, I've said that pretty much about every other horn I've shown on here, but like the Adams A4 or the Edwards X13. But there's just something extra special cool about a one-man shop. He's making them by himself with his own hands in one of the coolest places in the country, Las Vegas, Nevada. I mean, come on. There you go. The mother, the Grande Campagna. If you want a Grizzly, we'll get you a Grizzly too. But these are absolutely amazing, professional grade, top rated horns. You need one of these in your life.
Viva Del Quadro.
Viva Del Quadro. What happens in Del Quadro stays in Del Quadro. I don't know what is going on right now. All right.
So that is recover from Horns on the Range.
Horns on the range. Yeah. I'm waking my computer back up here because it keeps going to sleep and then it gets behind schedule on my show. So, what's next, Max?
Well, the combinations show something cool and
wisdom, right? Because since I showed just the 2 horns today. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, my something cool. I'm just going to flip through these to show you how amazing Julie London is, and this is by no stretch everything that she's got. I mean, it's just everything that I have that she's done. All right. So and these are in no particular chronological order or anything, but we've got Julie is her name. All right. This is my most recent acquisition, Julie London, Tenderly Yours. Really cool, artistic drawing of Julie London there. We have Sophisticated Lady. All right. She is definitely a sophisticated lady. We have Julie is her name, which I think, wait a minute, Julie is her name, is that the same? That's a remake of this? Oh, man, who knew? All right, well, this is the original. Julie is her name. There she is right there. Got that beautiful red hair. She looks like, well, no, she's got something on there. Got to be careful. All right, Julie London is her name. We've got the Best of Julie London, which has a bunch of songs from many of her albums there. We have About the Blues, and that's one thing, by the way, about Julie London. She is a great blues singer. And people may call her like a torch singer, torch song, because she's got that smoky, sultry voice, that just kind of evokes that image of, a smoky piano bar and, you got an old-fashioned cocktail in your hand and, the clinking of glasses in the background kind of deal. But anyway, she's just amazing. I mean, check out that gold dress too. It's sparkly. All right, so that's About the Blues. This one, Around Midnight. Very cool album cover design there with being a clock face around midnight, and her legs are the hands of the clock. It's kind of cool. Classic. Julie London, Feeling Good with the Gerald Wilson Big Band. All right, that's another one. There's her beautiful face on the back there. Julie London, By Myself. All right. We got more. Julie London, Your Number, Please. She's kind of got that, at least early on in her career, that kind of cheeky pinup girl vibe going on there, but super fun. This one, I believe, is probably like a remixed album or remade. This one's just called, it's just Julie London. All right, there's Julie London there. The Wonderful World of Julie London. This is one of her later albums, right there. And then one of her iconic ones, and maybe this is a little suggestive, Make Love to Me. We'll take that one down right away. But musically, guys, she can't be touched because she's so great. I absolutely love Julie London. Get on there, do a deep dive because she's, like everything she's ever done, I think, is on Spotify, and I'm sure she's probably on the other streaming services as well. But what you may remember her for, at least people in my generation and older, she was on the TV show Emergency in the mid '70s, which was kind of one of the first medical drama shows. It was like that, what's the word? They tried to show realism in the show. I mean, there were some comedic things, of course, as there will be in any of those shows, but it was primarily a drama. And but they tried to be realistic in like the medical terminology and everything else. It was really cool. She played Nurse Dixie. I don't remember what her last name was, but and another funny thing, or not funny, but an interesting thing about Julie is her husband Bobby Troup was also on that show. He played one of the doctors on the show, and then Bobby Troup also is most famously known, which again I just discovered this a few years ago. He wrote the famous tune "Get Your Kicks on Route 66." Oh. And he was the first one to perform it. I mean, you usually think of like Nat King Cole's version of it, or you think of Chuck Berry's version of it, or many of the others. It's been performed by just about everybody out there. But Bobby Troup is the one that wrote and originated that song. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, there you have it. That's my Julie London story. That's my Del Quadro trumpet story. And so that's my something cool. What else we got?
I think just some words of wisdom and send her home.
Some words of wisdom and send it on home. All right. This is a short quote from the Duke himself, Duke Ellington, one of the biggest, most influential pioneers in the jazz world. Got his career started in the 20s, I think. He's from Washington, D.C., and interestingly enough, when the state quarters came out, remember 1999 on through the early 2000s? There was one quarter for every state. Well, the last one in that series was Washington, D.C., which is not a state. But on the Washington, D.C. quarter, they put Duke Ellington on there because he's like the most famous son of Washington, D.C., outside of course, politics and, presidents in the White House and all that mumbo jumbo. Duke Ellington's way cooler, right? So a legend, of course, in the jazz world. But he says this, he doesn't say, I say, but this is what he says about music. He says, the wise musicians are those who play what they can master. The wise musicians are those who play what they can master. Now, I don't know if he's referring to the instruments or if he's referring to the actual music, but, I think that's probably true. I mean, you're not going to get up there and just make a fool of yourself by not knowing how to play your instrument or, not knowing how to play a particular song or whatever. You're going to learn it, you're going to master it, you're going to get there, and then share it with the world. The wise musicians are those who play what they can master. So there you go. If you can't master it, don't do it. Do it anyway. Who cares? Be yourself.
Do it when no one's watching.
Do it when no one's watching. All right, guys. Well, like I said, thank you. Did I say that? Thank you so much for watching the show, for supporting the show. Stay tuned next week for our big Blue Friday event on Friday morning, the 29th of November. Wake Up with Greg will be on pause next week. We will be back December 2nd, Monday, back in the groove, 8:30 a.m. Central right here. So thank you guys for your support. Like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. And remember this, Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.